And that is to truly discover what it is that motivates you. There's a common belief that everyone is motivated by either a fear or a reward. One of those two things, if you were to backtrack to the core thing that's driving you, it would be a fear or a reward. The only bad thing is it's very difficult to be able to tell which one of those two things someone is truly motivated by. And even for yourself, it takes some true self-evaluation to discover what it is that motivates you. You might have somebody in your workplace that comes early, stays late, they do everything that they're asked to do, and someone would say, well, there's no doubt about it, they want to be in line for the next promotion, or they want to maximize the next pay raise. But they might actually be afraid that they'll lose their job if they don't do more than everyone else in the office. I might have someone on my team, they do all the workouts, they do all the weightlifting, they only eat the most nutritional foods, they get all the sleep, and somebody would say, well, there's no doubt about it, they want to be the next All-American or national champion at West High School, when in actuality they might be afraid that some of their friends won't be their friends anymore if they're not one of the best people on the team. I heard a story one time about an oilman. He had started this oil company from scratch, all by himself, built it up to be this large, successful oil company. But he was getting up there in the years and he decided that he wanted to retire. But he didn't know who he would hand the company off to when he was done. So he got this idea he was going to invite everyone in the company to this party at his house. He told everyone about it, told them it's going to be a couple weeks from now. But there were about 5 people that he thought might have what it takes to lead this company when he was done. He went to all of them individually and said, when this party comes around, you got to make sure that you're there. So we jump ahead about 2 weeks and everyone's there having a blast, a lot of great food, great conversation. About halfway through the party, he asks everyone to gather around this huge swimming pool that he has in the backyard. And so they do, but when they get over to the edge of the pool, they see that he has stocked the entire pool full of these huge starving alligators. Every inch has an alligator in it. He turns to the 5 people that he had invited individually and he asks them if they'd go line up at the far end of the pool. They very slowly and reluctantly got down there and he said, I am going to make all of you an offer. Whoever can swim the fastest from this end of the pool to that end of the pool, you're going to get your choice of one of these 3 things. Either $1 million in cash, or 1,000 choice acres of land, or you will get to be the next president of this great company. Well, as the last word comes out of his mouth, all of a sudden the alligators start flipping and flopping. They're soaking all the people standing around the edge, but a couple seconds later, a guy comes up out of the far end of the pool. Well, the oilman, he can't believe it. He goes over and he says, that was unbelievable how fast you swam from that end of the pool to this end of the pool. I'm a man of my word. What do you want, the $1 million in cash? The guy shook his head no. He said, well, then do you want the 1,000 choice acres of land? And the guy shakes his head no again. He said, oh, so then you want to be the next president of this great company. But once again, the guy shakes his head no. Well, he can't figure this out. He said, well, then what in the world do you want? And he said, the name of the guy that pushed me in the pool. Sometimes motivation works that way. We may truly think, even for ourselves, that we are motivated by a reward, but we know that fear is not a good motivator. If you ever find yourself in a leadership position, use motivation. Make sure that you take the time to discover what someone is motivated by. Make sure that it is a reward, because even if you achieve something great out of the motivation of fear, it doesn't feel very good when you get there.